Chloe here, riding solo because it is time for an AI update, I guess. What we're doing today is I'm showing you a little update on GPT and finally got into Poised, which I will talk about later. And it's been fun. It's been fun. So first things first, I wanted to pull up ChatGPT. So guys, Moneymakers, this might be an episode that you should be watching YouTube for. You know me, because I'm screen recording. I am showing you everything I'm doing as I'm doing it, but I will try my best to talk it out and describe, what we're doing. But I'm going to be pulling up ChatGPT and showing you a couple different ways that you, as a moneymaker, could be using ChatGPT. Okay, man? Okay. So I know that we have talked before on Yes, I Make Money about how to use ChatGPT to write captions. I feel like all moneymakers know. Writing captions, we can use it for this, we can use it for that. But there's a couple different ways that I think I wanted to kind of show you that I've been using it and give you examples, because not enough people are just, people just say, hey, use it for your captions, but how? ChatGPT, we are learning, because it's the free software, that you really have to lead it in the best way to get the best thing out of it. And I think I've learned. So I wanted to show you first, I used ChatGPT to write this caption for me. I used ChatGPT to write this caption for me. So I had a hosted stay in Blanco, Texas at this beautiful tiny home. I literally posted it yesterday, so go watch, or go comment on it and like it and help me get that engagement. You know what you're doing. But essentially I was like, I have no brain left. I really cannot even think of how to write this caption right now. I'm brain dead, So what I did is I popped into GPT and I said, write a 75-word caption about staying in a tiny home in Blanco, Texas. So you would think, okay, I just send that, and depending on what we would get out of that, who knows? But I've learned, again, that the more details you give ChatGPT, the more, take this into account, include this, include that, you're going to start getting more of what feels like you, okay? So I said, the tiny house was themed pink and green and called Aruba. During our stay, we explored the grounds, enjoyed coffee around a fire pit, and played rounds of Phase 10. Okay, because that's pretty much what we did over the past 2 days. It was raining, it was beautiful, but we really just hung out. Beautiful time. But this is what it popped out with. I feel like all ChatGPT captions have this shit in front of it. Embracing tranquility, our beautiful, colorful retreat in Blanco, Texas. Boring. See, I just yawned. So I was reading this and I was like, boring. So this is something that I will always say. If you have a strong and powerful voice, or if you have, you're just more, I always use the word sassy and upbeat. So you want to find 2 to 3 words that kind of explain or describe your voice. Now, y'all, if you don't know the words that describe your business or your voice of your business, it might be time to talk to a brand designer. It might be time to talk to a copywriter. Because I know that my voice is sassy, upbeat, and unfiltered. I usually don't put unfiltered in ChatGPT because you never know what you might get from it. But I always put sassy and upbeat. So after I plug in the initial blah, blah, blahs, I let it see what it's going to do, because there might be pieces that I want to take from it. So then I dropped in, make it sassy and upbeat. And that is where we got this amazing caption that I literally low-key copied and pasted. Normally I do a little bit more Frankensteining with this, but nope, I was like, it's amazing. I took it from starting after the whole colon bullshit that ChatGPT always wants to include in your caption, but I said, get ready to be dazzled, darlings. Thank you, ChatGPT. That's my new favorite thing. Get ready to be dazzled, darlings. Okay. We stepped into a tiny home extravaganza bursting with vibrant pink and green hues from frolicking around the ground, sipping All right, let me pull up what I actually said, because I want to give you guys an example of what I actually said. So here is the post. This is what I said. I added my own little beginning because the first photo has a key. So I said, here are the keys to your own personal tiny island oasis. Because Tiny Island was the name of it, I gotta plug that. Literally copied and pasted. Get ready to be dazzled, darlings. We stepped into a tiny island resort extravaganza bursting with vibrant and pink green house. Ah! Get out of here. Email. Then we said from frolicking around the grounds, this is what we did. Oh, and the fierce blah, blah, blah. I was like, that doesn't really work. Laughter and shade where it served in equal measure. Love that. This sassy sanctuary stole our hearts, leaving us with memories to slay for. I don't really like using the word slay, especially not during Pride Month. It feels a little too usy as an ally. So I was like, I'm going to take slay out. But I said this is what I actually said. From frolicking around the grounds to fabulous explorers to sipping divine drinks by the blazing fire pit, we were living our best life and cannot forget the fierce competition of Phase 10. Laughter and shade received in equal measure. This sassy sanctuary stole our hearts, leaving with us memories forever. You can book your stay here today. Like, thank you, ChatGPT. So that was like a pretty basic example of, how to use it to write your captions. I want to now show you how to use it to write a pitch email. This is life-changing, guys. So this is a little sneak peek, moneymakers, into content camp. It's coming in November. We're going to be hanging out here in Austin, Texas. Technically Dripping Springs, but it's going to be so much freaking fun. So this is literally, you're getting a little sneak peek. So congratulations into what more of what content camp is and will be. But this is literally how we wrote pitching emails, or got the ideas, got the structure for pitching emails for content camp, because we had so much going on and we needed it to sound not like how it sounds up in this brain. So I wrote, create an upbeat, snappy about this paragraph about the content camp, including the following. So I told it what to do. Create an upbeat and snappy about me, about this or whatever paragraph about what we were going to be talking about, which is content camp. And I said, include the following. I gave it all of the parameters of like what we're doing. This is what we really had at the time. This was maybe like a month ago already. We knew what it was going to be, but we just really didn't know how things were going to fit together pitching wise. We knew how it was going to fit up here, but it was like getting it down onto paper to have other people see the vision. Hard sometimes. So this is when ChatGPT came into, the picture. So I said, write an upbeat post, or write an upbeat about this paragraph for this. And I gave it all the parameters. And it turned out this beautiful, lovely about us, about them paragraph. But it was, I don't know, I didn't, the tense of it was odd. This is when, my copywriters that are listening, they're like, Chloe, you don't know a damn thing you're saying. It's because I was good at grammar, but I don't know the words for things, okay? Poor moneymakers. You guys love me, right? But yeah, it turned out this amazing paragraph, but I wasn't really happy. So I wrote, write that in a different tense, and it came out. But it kept saying, it is. But I wanted it to be will be, because it was still very much in, the planning, shaping phase. And the emails that we were sending were very much like, hey, you want to be a part of this, and we're giving you, tell us how you want to be a part of it. So we didn't want to make it so, it's already set in stone and you have no choice. These are your options. We were like, no, we want to collaborate. That is what we're doing here, So I wanted it to be wrote, as will be, or, future tense. Is that the right word, copywriters? So it turned out this amazing, again, it wrote everything the same. It was just I needed everything to be redone. Again, this brain up here, I could have done it myself, but this brain was tired, okay? So, and then instead of saying you, I wanted it to be instead of you will enjoy this. You'll enjoy content camp. I wanted it to make it more, I don't know, reserved a little bit, because how we were pitching, I was thinking about who we were pitching to. We were pitching to locations, we were pitching to food things, we were pitching to, bigger, our big, huge, they're not going to be on property, but they will send stuff or provide things or whatever. So I wanted it to feel a little less, you're coming, and more of this is what you'd be providing for campers. So I said, instead of you, say campers. And I got this amazing paragraph that we have used a couple times. Not this exact paragraph that you're seeing on the screen because, again, Frankenstein that bitch. This is the outline, and we, changed some things around. And I was just like, this was so helpful. I couldn't have done this. I could have done this, but it would have taken me at least twice the time and 3 times more of the brain power that we just don't have sometimes as moneymakers. You know that. So I took this wonderful about Content Camp paragraph, and I then took it to the next step in ChatGPT, and I said, write an email to a brand from me proposing a collaboration between us during one of the events during Content Camp. I told you exactly what I wanted. I want you to write an email to a brand. This is important whenever you're asking ChatGPT to write emails. You want to say to who it's from and who it's going to. So I said, write an email to a brand from me. I gave my, in the little brackets, what my title is. It's long. Proposing this during this. And then I took literally the paragraph from above and I plugged it in there. So then, this is the next tip, okay? You could have just done all that and you would have gotten a basic email. Now, here's where we get into the details. ChatGPT needs the details, guys. So I put in, I am proposing that the brand do this and they get this. But I didn't know how this would work, so I literally just plugged it in as a list. I knew that we wanted to give the option to the brands that were going to sponsor or collab with us, they would get these things. But I didn't know exactly, I'm like, well, when should words go where? When words where, So I let ChatGPT do it for me because I don't have the brain power for it. And it wrote this long-ass email. And I said, make it shorter. And you know what I said? Make it upbeat, make it snappy, snazzy, friendly, all of that. Make it sound like the right-hand glam voice. Plugged it in. I said, switch emphasis because it was emphasizing things that I really didn't want it to be. You tell, you Frankenstein. That's what I keep saying. You Frankenstein this. And you say, I like this, but I don't like this. ChatGPT, like this, but don't like this. And I kept doing this. Rewrite this section, but shorter. Take that. Oh my gosh. It was so nice. Now, don't get me wrong. Everything you're seeing here is not the exact copy because, of course, nothing goes and be sent without, Chloe and Emma's stamp of approval and zhuzhing. We have our own little zhuzh. But guys, ChatGPT is perfect for getting the ball rolling. So if you're like me, moneymaker, and you're like, guys, I don't know words, okay, but I really like when things alliterate, or I really like when things fit together really nicely. I need a phrase or whatever. ChatGPT, motherfuckers. Okay, literally, I went in here and I said, I needed a word that means your thing, the thing that you're known about and you're known for, but I needed it to be a word and I couldn't think of the word. Now, guys, I used to type that into Google and then it would send me on the synonym, thesaurus adventure. ChatGPT is so much better for this because it takes context. It takes context from the rest of your entry. It's amazing. So I said, I need a word that means what is your thing, your shtick, your niche, your uniquely you thing. And then it came up with, it could be called your forte. And I was like, ooh, I like forte. More like forte. And it kept giving me more, A word that means your thing, like forte. I kept asking. And then once it started giving me words and giving me definition, I said, list more. The minute you can navigate the AI into, this is what I want, give me more. That's whenever you say list more, expand on this. Tell me more. Same thing, but with this context. Give me more words that are like that. Give me more options. And then you get, some of these words, I'm like, yeah, X Factor, it makes sense, but I would have never thought to use it. There's certain things that just doesn't, and then of course I said starts with an F. People, if you don't know this about me, I love alliterations. If I'm talking about an idea and it I can say it's this, and it's starts with an A, starts with a C. Oh my God, I'm a C person because of Chloe, duh. Makes me feel so good. So here's some words that start with F, and then it just started going for me. Amazing, beautiful, wonderful. Now, to kind of finish up on ChatGPT, I wanted to show my fellow podcasters something amazing. Something amazing. So, this blew my mind. I took the transcript from my episode of my own personal podcast. I'm just gonna plug it now. Emma, you can't care. The Confidence Crash Course. If you're ever looking for, ways to boost your confidence or try to be real about yourself and get a little confidence boost, the Confidence Crash Course. I'm here for you. But I took the transcript of my episode, plugged it in with timestamps, and I said, take this podcast episode transcript and below and suggest social media content for three 7 to 30-second video clips in one general summary and or graphic post. Here is more about the podcast for context. So then I added the bio for the podcast, and then I just dropped the transcript. So first what it popped out was social media content suggestions, and it started saying it was giving me scripts for video clips, or, hey, grab this feature, grab that, but that's not exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to show you in real time how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and copy my entire entry, boop, plug it in, and now I'm keeping it in this entry so that way it has the context. Okay. Take the podcast episode transcript below and suggest social media content. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this little part, because I already got that, and suggest time stamps for pulling clips. I'm going to say episode clips for social media content. Let's see what this says. Enter. We're learning in real time together, guys. This is all what money making is all about, right? If a money maker is not doing things with you and they're gatekeeping, what are they even doing? I just poured my entire drink down my shirt. Oh, it's thinking. You can tell it's thinking. Whenever ChatGPT takes a long time to spit out stuff, I know that it's thinking. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's pulling out. It pulled out the first 26 seconds where I literally started and I said, holy shit, I'm so freaking excited for this season because I have a new season. That was the first episode of the season. Makes sense. Oh, makes sense to be introducing John Boy, my boyfriend. He comes on as a guest every once in a while now. Oh, good. We're skipping. I am so excited to try this. Oh my God, it's pulling out so many. And these are actually pretty decent lengths. Most of them are about 30 seconds, but I'm sure I could trim them up once I go in. So what I will do now is go into my recording and I will find these clips, clip, see what it says. I'm so excited. So learning in real time together. All right, that's another ChatGPT. Now I'm going to show you another platform that I like, that I have used or that I've been using, and I tried to show it to you on our first rendition of the AI, but I had to sign up for it, and you had to collect data. So I'm going to show you that. So essentially what Poised is it is a little bot that hangs out in your meetings. It's not a service that does notes and everything. By the way, if you're looking for a good one, help me, because the ones I have I do not like. So what I like about Poised is that it takes data and compiles it to give you feedback. But this one essentially, if you're a moneymaker that really is really focusing on, your confidence, your clarity, the way you speak, the way you present, the way you are in meetings and all of that, Poised is for you, because after every single meeting, I get a rating and it tells me how I did in said meeting. So if you're looking at mine on YouTube, you can see the way I speak is I have 36% confidence, interesting, 85% inspirational tones, 72% empathy tones, and I'm about 25% clear. Now, yes, that does make sense to me, because as I talk, what I'm working on currently, because we're all works in progress, I am currently working on not saying filler words. I'm working on slowing down. I am working on, thinking a little bit more, before the words come out, especially business calls. Now, guys, when we're recorded and we're yes, I make moneying, you know, Chloe's offer rocker. But now that my role, you know, is a little bit more intense, I feel like I need to, you know, be more clear, be more confident in my work speak. So what's really nice about Poised is while you're in the meeting, this is what blows my mind. While you're in the meeting, it will give you in real time updates of how you're doing in this meeting. For instance, I could be in a call with somebody, and if I am asking questions or if I'm asking clarifying questions, it'll say, good job asking questions, way to go, have people involved. You were very clear. Or it'll even tell you, Chloe, slow down. You are talking at blah, blah, blah words per minute right now, and you need to slow the F down. Yeah, it'll tell me that in the meeting. Or it's just like, it's nice. I get so riled up because I'm a words of affirmation girl. And it's so nice sometimes whenever you like work by yourself all the time, you know, you don't necessarily like, after Emma and I get off a call, we're going on to other calls. It's not necessarily like we had a meeting in person and then we get to leave and walk out of the meeting together and you got to be like, that was so good. You did so good. I loved that. I loved your point, blah, blah, blah. Like you don't get that as much as we are used to because we work online, you know, virtual. As soon as I sign off, I'm getting up to go to the bathroom, okay? I'm not sitting around at the water cooler going to go chat with my work bestie. So it's nice to get feedback in real time even of like, you're speaking well, you sound clear, you're sounding confident. Hey, it sounds like you need to speak up. You're speaking too slowly, you're speaking too fastly. Way to go, way to ask other people questions. It's just so nice to have that like reassurance of like, yeah, you're doing great. And what I love about it is after the meetings, you get these like report cards and then you can go and look at these. So I have the free version. You can only see like inserts and trends are only available on Poised Pro, but that's fine with me because I get these really good, like this really good feedback in real time. So it's telling me, I know you're thinking, Chloe, what? Eye contact? That's because I literally never stare. Like this would be me staring at the actual camera and hi, Boxer. I would be staring at the actual camera, but like I need to see myself, so I'm looking over here because that's where I am on my screen. Sorry, okay. Sorry, I have an ego. Poised. Filler words. Good. Pauses. I need more of those. We know. Hedging words. Sure. I don't know what that word's. I'll look it up after this recording. Conciseness. I need to be more concise. Makes fucking sense. Thank you, Poise. I already knew that, but I also didn't. I needed to hear it. Pace. Thank you. My pace is great. Storytelling, low energy. Okay, so this was right after a meeting where I literally had the shittiest energy, and it was like, what's going on? Are you okay? You normally do better at these things. What's going on? Questions asked. Encourage. None. I promise this is just because it was after this one meeting where I'm dead. I promise I'm very encouraging in calls. But inclusive language, I love that part. It will, like if I what's the word? My word that I usually go to when I'm talking about everybody is either y'all or you guys. And it'll ping me and it'll say, stop saying you guys. Use more inclusive language. Guys is not inclusive language. So that's why I can catch myself and be like, oh, use y'all, because y'all means all, duh. And, or like use moneymakers, use my friends, use like more inclusive languages. Oh, amazing. I love this one because I need it a lot, interrupting others. It will tell you when you're interrupting too many times. Need that. And then this is really nice. It's really nice to know if you're having a positive or negative tone overall. And it's just very nice to see like yourself like broken down like this. So I'm becoming a huge fan of Poised. I'm not going to necessarily dive into and invest necessarily in the, you know, full thing to see my insights and all of that. I don't need that yet. But I love these like in real time communicate, like, you know, affirmations of like, hey, you're doing great. Slow down, take a deep breath, way to go, ask questions, all of that. And what's really nice also about Poised is that it helps you mother effing practice, moneymakers. If you need to practice your storytelling skills, which apparently I did after that last meeting, right there. You know, it's telling me these things are what I need to interrupt less, listen more. I know. Set yourself up for success. How to position yourself on camera so you have good eye contact. Like, come on! It's literally telling you in real time. Look, this is like, don't do it here. Do it here. This is not good, which I'm really off to the side right now. This is good. Put it all together. It's showing you step by step how to do these things as well. It's not just giving you the data and saying bye. It's giving you the data and then giving you, like, it's like learning. It's artificially intelligent, and it's learning, and it's saying, hey, this is what you need. This is what I would suggest. And it's like so unbiased because it's a computer program and it's not a person. I'm so excited. I love Poised. I'm really vibing with it in the background. It's not something that I necessarily like, oh my gosh, what was my Poised report after that thing? I mostly am using it right now of like, oh, my pace, I need to slow down. Okay, I had a very positive tone. Good. Oh, I had a negative tone. Maybe I need to follow up with them and say, hey, how are you feeling? I could sense that we were both a little low in energy. All right, moneymakers. That may have been short, but it sure was sweet. That was your update on my current playing around with AI. We're going to be getting into, got that. That was another update on how to use AI in your business. We'll be doing more. If you've been using AI, please share with the class. That's all what the Moneymaker community is all about, is sharing things, getting ahead, and making some mother effing money. That's right. Well, next week we'll be back to normal. It'll be Emma and I on the episode, the full length, but catch us on Wednesday for a weekly crash. You know where we're at Yes, I Make Money. You can follow us on Instagram, hang out with us on Spotify or iTunes, or you can see this beautiful face on YouTube. Wherever you're at, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're rating, make sure you're leaving reviews. All that shit helps us. It helps us make money, which means that it's going to help you make money because we're making money together. You know what we're doing, money makers. So until next Friday with the full episode, catch us on Wednesday for the weekly crash. Until then, I'll see you soon. You'll see me soon. Don't you worry. Okay? Bye, money makers.